Hello everyone and welcome to Club Reaction to Rangers 1 Hearts 0 at on Remembrance Day at Ibrox. This should be an interesting one. I am Scott Carney. I'm joined by Alistair Pearson. Ali, how are you?
That was my first game back at Ibrox. I know we were at Hampden last week. My first game back at Ibrox after I'd been on holiday, and not much has very changed, to be honest.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. I am very aware that no matter what side of the fence that you're going to fall on with this result, with this performance, you'll probably get slated either way. So I'm going to do what I usually do and just kind of stick to my guns. That wasn't enjoyable today. No, for about 10 minutes of the half, the start, I thought you could maybe say it could pass as enjoyable. The rest was turgid, really turgid, and a confusing day with what the manager's trying to do and what the team are trying to do. I'm going to be completely honest, I've got a wee bit of papering over the cracks feeling right now, and there is no improvement in this Rangers team domestically. It's so hard to judge the team because you see the performances in Europe, and I think that's why we say that you have to take Europe in isolation, because when it returns to domestic football, we go back to what we've been seeing.
Yeah, that's why every time I watch Rangers in Europe, and we've done well in Europe this season in Europa League, I'm like, well, let's see it when we go back into domestic league form, because it's completely different opposition we're playing against. Today's just a continuation of what I've seen all season, to be honest. Struggling to break teams down. We've got over the line. Some people might go, well, we've got 3 points and tick it off, and fair enough, but let's be honest about it. We're 9 points behind Aberdeen, 9 points behind Celtic. We will get caught out again. We can't continually play this way because we will get caught out. We have obviously against Aberdeen and Kilmarnock in recent weeks, but for me, it's not good enough. It's not entertaining as a fan going there, and we know where it's going to go this season, don't we?
Yeah, and I would understand the whole, it's a good 1-0 win against Hearts if Hearts were towards the top of the league. Hearts are second bottom, and rightfully second bottom. They're not a very good team. It's probably one of the worst Hearts teams I've seen in a long time, and I thought Rangers made really hard work of it today. Really hard work of it. The manager decided to bring back in James Tavernier into the starting 11. Again, another bit of a confusing one for me, although I don't believe Tav was really the main problem today. I think collectively they were all a bit of the problem. But the starting 11 was Butland, Tavernier, Souttar. Balogun came in for Proper, Jefty, Barron, Raskin, Diomande played in the 10, again something that we'll come on to. Barami, Tierney and Dessers kept his space in the team. What was your thoughts on it initially when you seen the team?
I was in the Viceroy, and when the team came out there was a few bumps and groans, to be honest, because Tav was there at right back. I mean, we've said in Club Live on Friday, if Sterling's fit, we play Sterling. If he's not fit, you play Casemiro and Tav come back in. For me, you play Sterling because international break's coming up, so we've got time to rest these players. You play him, he didn't. From middle to front, to be honest, it's what I thought he was going to play in terms of what he's got to pick. You'll come on to Diomande, he's a bit of a lost cause in midfield for me at the moment, but yeah, that's what I thought he would pick. Bar Tav, I thought he might actually keep Sterling in there, but
obviously not. Into the game itself, and Rangers start really well actually. Generally I thought Rangers looked right up for it from the start, which was good to see, reassuring to see. And we took the lead early on. A ball came over the top to the back post. Tav smashed it back across the face of goal, and it looks like Dessers got the final touch on it. Ali, you can't really complain. It's a good way to start.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought Rangers started the game brightly, to be honest. And as you say, they moved Hearts about quite well there for that goal. I actually thought it was Tav which scored, to be honest, at first when he flashed the ball back across. I think everyone around us thought it was Tav, and obviously the announcer said it was Dessers, so he must have got a wee dink on it. I'll need to watch it back. But yeah, after that, I honestly thought at that point, right, we've got the early goal against Hearts, surely we can kick on after that.
And we didn't. We did not. Rangers just resorted back into giving Hearts the ball and letting Hearts come on to us. Don't think Hearts were very dangerous, however Rangers were pretty ineffective in the game. For pretty much the rest of the game, it was not enjoyable to watch, as again there's just a lot of confusing I don't really understand what Clement's setting up to do. I don't know if he thinks that it's okay to take a lead and then just sit back and just hope for the best, but a lot of it did seem a wee bit hope for the best today, which is getting very frustrating to watch. It's not enjoyable to sit and watch that, it really isn't. And look, I understand that there's going to be people that will disagree with what I'm saying and that the win's all that matters, but ultimately there is no improvement in this team. We will not continue to progress forward playing the standard of football that we are playing and getting the performances of football that we are playing in domestic competitions. That is my personal opinion. Ali, the rest of the half was pretty much a non-event. It really was.
Yeah, after that, Rangers kind of sat back a bit, to be honest. Instead of taking the game to Hearts and really killing the game off, they didn't. Hearts were the one that had, I would say they had more of the ball than us without really hurting us, to be honest. But the half just kind of, it just morphed back to what I've seen with Rangers, to be honest. And as you say, Carney, boring to watch. You're sitting there just going, this is shit. To be polite about it.
No, again,
nothing to get excited about.
No, there's nothing to get you off your seat. The players were starting to become like, they see the sloppiness in our passing today, see the lack of urgency that's getting shown amongst that throughout the team as well. It is very, very frustrating to watch. You're the home team, you're playing against a particular poor Hearts team, you should be wanting to go out there and put 2-3-0 by them. The players didn't look like they wanted that today. Whether it's the crowd, whatever it may be, they're going to need to get used to it, because this is what we expect at Rangers, and I don't think we're asking for too much. We were not entertained today in the slightest, and yeah, we got to the half at 1-0. Into the second half, we nearly conceded immediately. Hearts break forward and the boys should probably score. The linesman didn't put his flag up, but probably quite a tight call for offside. Butland looks like he's going to come for it, he doesn't, and the boy smashes the ball when it hits the post. We were lucky with that one. Again though, the half became very sloppy, very broken up. Hearts started to dominate the possession. I think they probably had the better possession stats for that second half, so Clement can't quote the possession stats to us today. But yeah, it was not ideal. Ali, a big talking point is when the manager started making changes, he took off Connor Barron to an audible kind of jeer and boo from the crowd. I don't know what to think of this. I mean, Diomande remained on that pitch for that entire 90 minutes tonight. Diomande was shocking. I mean, shockingly bad. He was lost at sea. He didn't know where to be. He was wasteful in possession. He was hiding in plain sight at points for me. And I can't believe that he managed to stay on the pitch how long that he did. But he made changes, mate. He took off Tavernier, who did start to falter in that second half. Some of his passes were very, very wayward in that second half, but he took off Connor Barron, mate, to an audible, as I said, jeer from the Ibrox crowd. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it going, well, he's bringing two right backs on, what are we doing here? And actually the announcer said he was taking Cherny off, yeah. And everyone went, what the hell are we doing here? It's going to have three right backs in the park again. Yeah. But it was Tav that was coming off. But aye, the noises, there was a lot of boos when he took Barron off, and I think it's a sign of the Rangers fans. As we know, I've kind of made their mind up in Clement. They know he's probably not the guy to lead us forward. As we say, I hope he proves us wrong. But what we're seeing, you can only see with your eyes, and the Rangers fans weren't happy at that point. He's brought Casemiro in to play right back instead of Tav, and he's put Sterling in the middle of the park, who is a guy kind of battle in the middle of the park. He's not a guy that's going to put the foot in the ball and like a Connor Barron would and kind of calm it down for us. So baffling decision for me.
So yeah, the decision was pretty confusing, a pretty baffling one, and I say the Rangers crowd definitely let Clement know about it. Rangers came close right at the very end with that shot from Casemiro, of all people, that smashed off the bar. But it's another game, Ali, that I think I thought the substitutions were to contain more than to attack, and if I'm being honest, it's not a good sign when we're looking at containing a second of the bottom of the league team at Ibrox. It shouldn't be like that.
No, it was poor against, as you say, a poor Hearts team who are second bottom in the league. I'll be honest, Hearts for me deserved a point today. I think they should have got a point. Hearts, they'll be disappointed they didn't get it.
Probably the better team in the second half.
Better team. I thought they bizarrely looked like the home team, if you want to say, because they had most of the ball. Yeah. Better chances for me. That boy hits the post. They have another one probably 10 minutes to go, Carney, where I thought the boys should score as well.
Yeah.
I know Casemiro hits the bar, but again, up middle of the front for me, we're just clueless. We lack physicality, creativity, quality. We've got no pace. We're the slowest team I've ever seen breaking up a park.
Yeah.
Even when we had opportunities to really kill Hearts off in the last couple of minutes, couldn't do it. I thought it was extremely poor, but it's what I've seen all season, and I'm not shocked about it. And we sit there, you know what I'm like at Ibrox, I'm quite animated at times.
You are.
I don't have it anymore. I'm just sitting there going, of course it's like this, and I think it's going to be this until something happens, to be honest.
Yeah, I just don't see things changing. Things are definitely not improving. That's an absolute cert. Things are not getting better. So yeah, it leaves us where it leaves us. Don't get me wrong, I'm always happy when Rangers win a game of football, and I am very happy, but the performance levels are leaving something really to be desired, and it's not an enjoyable experience right now going to Ibrox, and that's genuinely how I feel. It is tough to watch. Very, very tough to watch. Alistair, for tonight, thank you very much. Or can you pick a man of the match? Could you?
I know Rask can get man of the match. Not really. Balogun maybe, I don't know. And that's another one. Balogun's in again today, and I would have brought him in because Proper isn't trusted to play in our league.
No.
That tells you a story there.
Yeah, it does. Tells you everything that you need to know. So no, it's a win, yes, don't get me wrong. Happy enough with a win. I genuinely am happy the fact that we won, but the performances are just so poor, really is. It's just back to the norm domestically after a positive European result, and yeah, it's the first I've heard a change being made by a manager. I can't remember who was the last one. Did Gio get booed for doing that? Right. Gio or Bill definitely got it. But that's a sign, and that should be a wake-up sign and a warning sign to the manager, I feel. So yeah, look, a win. Probably going to get slated in the comments for it, but please do leave your comments, let us know what you thought of today's game. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff. Not sure the schedule this week, I'm away for work again. I'll try and sort something out that there'll be a podcast at some point, but we'll definitely be back on Friday with Club Live one way or another. Thanks, mate.
Hi, no problem. Thankfully it's an international break again, so yeah, we've got Rangers for 2 weeks.
And we've got a 3 PM on a Saturday to look forward to.
We can at least have a drink.
That's something we can look forward to, yeah. So thank you for listening to us tonight. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers everybody.